Stirring the coffee with the giant chopsticks of truth, using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee. At the molecular level, good morning, welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, Starbucks coffee with mushroom powder. So I guess I made my own mushroom coffee with a little bit of heavy cream. Nice. 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 Perfect for a Friday morning before I head out to the gym. Some of you are in a tough spot, and my hope is that you will see something here on my channel with my videos that's going to ignite a fire in you that can't be put out. That's my hope. If you find one skill in my work that helps you improve your life, I've succeeded. One thing, just one thing. Don't be the rich guy with the fat belly. Don't be the fit guy with the empty wallet. Health and wealth are important, and they are your responsibility. What are you doing in 2023 to improve or enhance your health, your wealth, and your positivity, either on the web, with others, virtually? What are your plans? You need to take control of things in 2023. This is the year that you get unstuck. Make sure you watch my how to trim your satanic looking eyebrows. I just put that video up. That probably was published last night. I just uploaded it and woke up to it this morning. Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. I have done that in my life, where I've walked away from fools. Fools that say there is no God, fools that mock Christianity, fools that mock people. Walk with the wise, and you become wise. Son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. Great song, The Piano Man by Billy Joel, came out in 1973. Great song. Probably one of my favorites. Moving Out is another one of my favorites. And then, of course, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. Phenomenal songs. If you're not familiar with Billy Joel, check him out. Just great, great stuff. Captain Jack, what can you say? Phenomenal song. Those of you who know, you know. In 2017, I said, brace yourself. The flu vaccine apocalypse is coming. The ads disguised as news on every news channel are starting to ramp up. The vaxpocalypse. And as usual, I'm fucking right about everything that I said about the pandemic. Vindicated, bitch. Fucking retards breaking my balls. Unreal. Other than that, it's a good day. Hey, you want a job? You can get a job driving the Wiener Mobile. You know, the Oscar Mayer hot dog mobile? That vehicle that looks like a giant dick. It's actually a job. I think it pays like $35,000 to $40,000 a year. They put you up in hotels, they feed you, but you have different stops every day. You're giving out hot dogs, promoting Oscar Mayer wieners. They call it the Wiener Mobile. I call it the official vehicle of the Manosphere. Just a giant dick. It's pretty much what it is. And I'm not even talking about like the physical organ of a man. When I say it's the official vehicle of the Manosphere, Manosphere is filled with dicks. You know, when you say to somebody, man, you are such a dick, or he's such a dick, that's what I'm talking about. It's the dick mobile of men's movements, the Manosphere. That's why I like like to say men's development arena, because the Manosphere has nothing to do with men's development. Just take one look, take a peek, see what you see. Report back to me what you find. A bunch of guys driving a Wienermobile. That's pretty much what it is. Now that's a hard to swallow pill, isn't it? Pun intended. If you think about it, liberals have gotten everything they've ever wanted. They push and they push and they push. Think about it. Conservatives fold and fold and fold. And I ask the question, what the hell is a conservative anymore anyways? I have no clue. But if I told you 5 years ago you would have drag queens in schools and libraries reading to toddlers, you would have told me I'm crazy. 5 years from now, it's going to be even worse. If you are one of those parents that brings your children to any of these story hours or supports this BS, you're basically a piece of shit as a parent. You suck. You really do. I love this one. Nothing about better diets or more exercise. They keep fucking around with our kids, and when will it stop? Updated obesity treatment for children. The guidelines include medication and surgery. Not walking, not exercise, not watching what the fuck you eat, but injections, pills, and surgery for kids. These guidelines, this is posted on CNN Health, want obese children on medications and getting surgery. Think about it. It's not about health. It's about money for big pharma. Maybe it's time to shut these fucking bastards down and the politicians that take their bribes. We just experienced the biggest fucking circle jerk of my lifetime and of your lifetime. And about 60% of you bought it hook, fucking, line, and sinker. I know I'm being shot out of a cannon this morning. But everything that I've talked to you about for the past 2.5 to 3 years, I was fucking 100% right. Benjamin says, I'm glad I found you, George. Even after my divorce, it's been finalized for 4 months. I'd be lost without your guidance. Thank you for all you do. You're welcome, sir. I know exactly what a man needs to have sanity, clarity, and reason in his life when he's going through difficult times. It's one of the things that I do. Ron Popeil was making as much as $1,000 a week in the 50s as a pitchman in a flea market. Broken family. He was in and out of foster care. He watched salespeople and thought he could do better. He produced the first TV commercial, his first TV commercial, for $500. He's grandfather of the modern commercial infomercial. He's known for, but wait, there's more. And set it and forget it. Remember that? The key phrase is he looked at salesmen and thought he could do better. What do you look at and think to yourself, man, I could do better than that? Do you look at my YouTube channel and say, I could do better than that? Do it. If you want to do that, I'll even help you. More than happy to help you succeed. I want you to succeed. I don't want you to fail. I want you to succeed. Thoughts are things. It starts here. You need to say, I can be better. I can be better. I still love that Jordan Peterson concept where he talks about the statue of David in all of its beauty and glory and masculinity. And it inspires every man. It doesn't talk, but it speaks to us and it says, you can be better. There's no way you can look at the statue of David and have your stomach hanging out. When I look at the statue of David, I kind of suck it in a little bit, stand a little taller. It inspires me. And that's what you want to do with the YouTube channel, is inspire people for a change, not tear people down. Walk away from people who tear people down. Walk away from anyone who rips men down. Anyone. I don't give a flying fuck who it is. Walk away from them. Walk away. I knew the guy who brought the drug Narcan to the market. You know, when somebody ODs on an opiate, there is that nasal spray that will literally bring a person back from an overdose. I knew the guy who brought that to the market. You would not know about Narcan if it wasn't for this fellow. Actually, I cut his hair. One product made him super wealthy. One product. But let me remind you, he spent decades in the marketing industry, never quitting, never giving up, until he hit a bullseye. And it was worth it. So if that inspires you to keep going today, make more phone calls, make more contacts, build more bridges, then do it. Sometimes it takes decades. Most business partnerships don't work out. I say keep the money in the family, if at all possible. So many people will, like so many guys will say to a friend, let's start a business. And the reality is, not both partners are in it 100%. Eventually, when times get tough, someone's going to find that they're doing more work than the other person. And then you think to yourself, shit, now I got to split the money with someone who's really not into it as much as I am. Be careful of business partnerships. I would much rather see you have somebody work with you as an independent contractor, but not have a piece of the pie, not be a business partner. Keep that in mind if you're thinking about starting a business. The APA Monitor, which is the publication of the American Psychological Association, and I predicted this 25 years ago when I was in the field as a therapist. The APA has issued its first ever guidelines for practice with men and boys. If you're a therapist or a psychologist, there are guidelines for dealing with men and boys. Now they're telling you what you can and cannot do. They draw on more than 40 years of research showing that traditional masculinity is psychologically harmful and that socializing boys to suppress their emotions causes damage. I predicted this 25 years ago when I heard about a football coach that got fired after telling his players to man up. Man up, will ya? He got fired for saying that. Your school systems that you graduated from are fucking gone. The schools that your kids go to, when was the last time you went to a board meeting and listened to the school board members? Just do that for fun and see what the hell is guiding your schools. It'll blow your fucking mind. And they usually have a time for parental concerns and such. When it comes time when they open up the mic, get to the mic and talk to them. Tell them what you like and what you don't like. What is fucking ridiculous? To keep the cross-dressing weirdos out of school, keep the sexuality out of school. Nobody needs to know if a teacher's gay or this or that or one of 57 genders. Nobody needs to know that shit. I remember sex education. There was a sex education element in health class, and that was in like 9th or 10th grade, something like that. We weren't putting condoms on cucumbers and talking about radical gender-changing surgeries, which is happening every single day in your school system. What are you going to do about it? When you improve yourself, you attract completely different people in general, men and women. Men as friends, women as friends, girlfriends, lovers, a wife, whatever. However, when it comes to like my guy friends, I like to encourage the below average guy, the underperforming guy, to be an above average guy. When me and my crew used to go out, most of the guys were in shape, they were excelling in their fields, doing well financially, they had success with women, whatever the frig that means. They had everything, including social charm. Many times, my overweight friends, they felt kind of intimidated by it. I would drag them out, I'd introduce them to people, everybody would have a good time. A table of guys with shots and pitchers and hot wings. We're laughing, enjoying ourselves. A lot of times that would attract a table full of girls, and then they would all come over and hang with us. Sometimes people hooked up. That's just one of the things that happens when fun people are attracted to fun people. Everybody had a good time, but it wasn't the jacked and wealthy club. Every now and then, one of my dudes would say to another guy, "Hey, dude, meet me at the gym. I'll show you my workout sometime." Or, "You got a motorcycle? Hey, a bunch of us are going riding on Sunday afternoon. Join us." Or, "If you don't have a motorcycle, what's the matter? What do you mean you don't have a motorcycle? What do you mean? I got a couple cycles. Let's go out riding. I'll help you learn how to shift and do all this and help you get your motorcycle license." That's guys helping out other guys. That was kind of fun. When I had house parties, I invited men and women. I used to say, "Ladies, bring food, guys, bring drinks." I provided the cups, the plates, ice, napkins, plastic silverware, that kind of stuff. Had a house full of people, usually 50 to 70 people in my home. A couple gals would always hang out towards the end, like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, and be helping me clean up, put things away. That was kind of fun. But that was nice. If we didn't have a party, we went to a bar. Everybody would cover a round of drinks or shots or whatever. People would chip in. We'd buy big plates of hot wings. Life isn't going to come to you. You must make it happen. So step away from the damn laptop, bro. If you want it to rain, sometimes you have to be the one to make it rain. Remember Pearl Jam's first album, 10? One of my favorites of all time. Absolutely great, but think about it. The pressure was on for the second album when they said they're working on their second album. This is what, maybe back in like 91, 92. Everyone said, "Oh, it's going to be difficult to have the same listener reception as the first one." When you have a great first album, boy, the second album, people are going to have some pretty darn high expectations. The bar was high, but guess what? They did it. The second album, called Verses, wasn't just 10, their first album, part 2. It stood on its own. When you think about the songs on the album Verses, holy cow, they're absolute classics. Kind of just like the first one. Some might even say they're deeper. It's better. I was listening to the song Daughter, listening to Elderly Woman Behind the Counter. I was listening to Better Man. Come on, great stuff. If you know the song Better Man, I'll probably be jamming that in my headphones. Where's my headphones at? Okay, they're over on the counter there. I'll probably be playing that album as I'm working out today. What a great album. But the song Better Man, put on the headphones and just enjoy. What a great song. I told my wife she drew her eyebrows on a little high. She looked surprised. Actually, that's one of my favorite jokes. That's such a dad joke, right? I am looking to buy or buy into a small business. If you have an idea, email me, gb@georgebruno.com, or if you have a business that you no longer want, talk to me about it. If I like it, maybe I'll join. Maybe I'll buy it. Maybe I'll buy in. I don't know. But you'll never know if you don't reach out to me. What I'm not interested in is multi-level marketing stuff. So, it's not for everybody. It's not for me. So you can relax on that part. I'm going to be doing a live mastermind, not unlike the mastermind that I did many, many months ago with Christina, the lady trucker. I'm going to be doing a mastermind with my friend Jerry, who has a Pilates studio, and she's going to be offering stretching services, not unlike Stretch Zone or Limber. These are storefront sites with what looks like multiple doctor's exam tables, and they help you stretch therapeutically. So she's adding this new stretching service to her business, and I'm going to be doing a live business mastermind group with her on that. This was the gal. She's in her 60s, just like me. I remember when I met her, she was blonde and vegan. Now she's got this beautiful silver hair. slimmed down, beautiful body, great attitude, just like night and day from the first time when I met her. And guess what? She loves the carnivore lifestyle, the high protein, high fat, low carb lifestyle. Gee, is there any connection there between health, longevity, and animal-based eating? I think so. You'll see. He's got this dream about buying some land. He's going to give up the booze and the one-night stands, and then he'll settle down in some quiet little town and forget about everything. But you know he'll always keep moving. You know he's never going to stop moving because he's rolling. He's the Rolling Stone. Jerry Rafferty, the song Baker Street in 1977. I listened to the extended version of that yesterday while I was taking a shower. Put it on the Bose cordless speaker. It's a Bluetooth speaker. Cranked that up in the bathroom, man. The windows were rattling in the house, but what a great song. Best radio station ever that I've ever enjoyed in my life was WDRE in Philadelphia back in the early to mid 90s when I got sick of classic rock, because there was a time in my life, I mean, I grew up on classic rock, but I got tired of hearing Stairway to Heaven. I'm not tired of it now, but there was a time where I got tired of Stairway to Heaven, Freebird, Cocaine, you know, Dark Side of the Moon. I just got tired of all the classic rock. And then WDRE comes out and they called themselves modern rock, alternative rock. The mix was Stone Temple Pilots, Alice in Chains, Deep Forest, James. Are you familiar with James? The Breeders, Smashing Pumpkins, Napalm, Sunday, Porno for Pyros, Nine Inch Nails. For me, that was refreshing. As a classic rock guy, I just was kind of jonesing for some new sound, some new vibes, and that really filled that gap for me. It was refreshing. But of course, all good things must come to an end, and the station went under. And then it became Martini Radio, and they tried to pick up where WPEN, Station of the Stars, left off, but that failed. That's kind of a shame. If you don't know the band called Deep Forest, they have a song called Sweet Lullaby. You will love this song. Deep Forest, Sweet Lullaby. It's freaky at first, but you'll be like, wow, this is like freaking cool. You'll see what I mean. I have many sons all over the world. One guy in Australia writes, hats off to you, sir. Your knowledge has transformed me into a solid, high-value man over the years, from a guy who was sad and hurtful because of past relationship betrayal, which was almost a trauma. It wasn't almost a trauma. It was trauma. I have great respect for you and can't thank you enough for your wisdom that you shower. Cheers from Australia. You are welcome, sir. It's my pleasure. Just a reminder that men who like women are usually liked by women. The guys bitching about women on YouTube aren't liked by women. Not that that's their goal. They're like, well, my life doesn't revolve around women, and I'm not blue-pilled or simping. And I'm not either. I like women. Therefore, women like me. I don't get taken advantage of. I don't have any problems with women. I haven't had a problem with a woman in so long I forget. You know why? Not because women changed, but because I changed. Think about it. Men who like men, and I'm not talking about sexually, I'm just talking about men who enjoy the gifts and the presence of other men, the inspiration of other men, are usually liked by men. Men who bitch about men and women are the most unlikable pieces of shit I've ever seen. YouTube is so filled with negativity, it's unfreaking believable. I will never forget, someone did a video on what the Manosphere gets right. Gets, 300 views. Then the next video was what the Manosphere gets wrong, or what's wrong with the Manosphere. And then it just got 10 times more views. Why? Because negativity sells. If it bleeds, it leads. Walk away from the negativity, dude. Just walk away from it. You're always going to find positivity here. And if you have goals, I'm going to help you reach them. I've got almost 2,000 videos here to help you move in the direction that's going to improve your life. Not be bitter about anything, about men or women. So walk away from that other bullshit, please. The smartest people I know, they read a lot, they keep learning, they work out often, which is when I press stop on this video, that's what I will be doing, heading to the gym and getting a very focused, intense probably 30 to 40 minute workout. The smartest people I know also explore the world, they make friendly acquaintances, they schedule their social media time, they build multiple income sources. Do you want to be successful in life? I just gave you the template right here. The most successful, smartest people I know. Read, learn, work out, explore, make friends, schedule their social media time, and build multiple income streams. Super important. It's easy to blame your lack of success on your parents, the government, society, or the school system, but it's ultimately your responsibility to take control and create the life that you desire. Complaining about where you're from, why you are the way you are, won't change the direction of your life. That's why when I stopped being a therapist for over 2 decades, clinical director, credentials, degrees, the whole bit, stopped it. I stopped it because everything was about the past. When I became a coach, I started thinking about people's futures. I don't let them talk about their past. They can write about it to me, but when we start engaging in one-to-one coaching, you are not to mention your past. We only talk about the future, and let's make that clear. Talking about your past, trying to figure out why you are the way you are, does not improve your life. That's why you need a coach who gives you hard deadlines, makes you accountable, and is kind of tough with you. It's important. I love this. If you are more fortunate than others, build a longer table, not a taller fence. That's what I want to do. I want to have a 30-foot table with guys around the table and a lot of food and wine glasses. And we talk about masculine things, and whoever is at the head of the table stands up and gives a toast. A toast. One of my favorite toasts is, and everybody raises their glass and says cheers. Learn how to give toasts at dinners. It's the mark of a man. Interesting man. I've always said this too. You know the Dos Equis Most Interesting Man in the World commercial? There's a reason why they don't call him the most handsome man in the world or the smartest man in the world. I like to say one of your best qualities is to be interesting. Hence the commercial, the most interesting man in the world. Interesting trumps everything. Everything. So strive to be interesting. That's how I feel about the men's community online. Make it all in real life. Pull up a chair, my brother. There's room for all of us. There's no need to build walls. Build a longer table and invite people in. Don't alienate people. How about that Liver King? That whole thing was just a trip, wasn't it? Oh my gosh. I will say this though, I can attribute my body to pork fried rice that I love. And I was thinking of calling myself the Pork Fried Rice King, but it just doesn't have a ring to it. I gotta pick another name. And with that, finish your coffee and I'll see you on the next Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, and reason.